It's the start of a new era off the pitch at Villa Park this season, and hopefully on it as well. Villa haven't finished outside the top 6 in the Premiership for the last 6 seasons. Now John Gregory believes that Villa can secure a Champions League place. It was in Europe that Villa's campaign began this season, but they were beaten by Spanish side Celta Vigo in the Intertoto Cup.
I was against going into it. I can understand the whys and wherefores, because it is European football after all. It could have given us the opportunity of qualifying for UEFA Cup, but we were straight into that competition, which I didn't really think was of a significant benefit to our Premiership season. But nevertheless, we went in it and we were soon out of it.
John Gregory's first summer signing was the Belgian international Luc Nillis, who joined Villa from PSV Eindhoven on the Bosman ruling. Leaving Villa Park were Alan Thompson, who completed a move north of the border to join Celtic. Benito Carbone, who after much indecision chose to sign for Bradford City. Mark Draper, who completed a move to Southampton. And Steve Watson, who joined Everton for £2.5 million. In July, the club completed the signing of David Ginola in a 2-year deal worth £3 million. Having been in limbo with Tottenham since mid-June, the 1999 Footballer of the Year was given a warm welcome by several hundred Villa fans who were delighted to be able to welcome the Frenchman to the Midlands. Under the leadership of Gareth Southgate, the team boast one of the meanest defences in the Premiership.
We play 3-5-2, but our wing-backs give a lot of cover as well, so we do tend to get quite a few men behind the ball, which is difficult to break down, particularly when we play away from home.
With an international lineup for their back three and goalkeeper, the rearguard was further strengthened by the addition of Turkish defender Alpay.
I used to support Aston Villa before I came here. It's a big club with lots of fans. I like the players, I get on well with them, and I like the boss and the chairman. I have everything I need here, and I'd like to stay as long as they want me to. I hope that the football I play is good enough, and if they allow me, I would like to finish my career at Aston Villa.
So after a busy pre-season, the team began the 2000-2001 campaign with an away trip to Midlands rivals Leicester City.
By using his pace against Gareth Barry, swings that ball low to Colmore. That's a great save by David James coming out of his goal. And as he is, it seizes on that loose ball. Akinbaye for a chance. And that's just pushed round the post by David James. Now Ginola tries his luck, palmed away by Tim Flowers. And at last, David Ginola shows what he's really capable of with that shot. Now Steve Stone hooks the ball across. Headed out by Taggart, only as far as Hendry. Tim Flowers gets down well there to make the save. Right again with a lot of room to work in. Crosses that one. Boateng jumps over the ball, leaves it for Dublin, but that one over the bar. Ball in for Dublin, and that one just over the bar. That was a typical Dion Dublin header, just getting himself free. That header going a couple of feet over the bar.
Steve Stone is a valuable member of the Villa squad. The former England man has been beset by injury problems throughout his career, but Steve told Pete Colley over a friendly frame of snooker that he now feels he's back to his best.
Your first thought is defence-minded, I think, as a wing-back.
Shot.
But on the other hand, I've got licence to get forward as often as I can, You've got to be quite fit to play there, to be honest, I mean, I must admit, Monday mornings I'm tired, I'm still suffering Monday because it is a hard position to play. But I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm mourning really, but I'm in the team playing on it at the minute, so I'm quite happy with that,
So have you had to keep yourself fitter then, being going in the wing back role?
No, not really. I've always been quite fit. I've just trained hard and
Wasn't having a go, man.
I haven't really. I just I always used to try and get back and help me full back when I was at Forest playing as a winger anyway, you know. If I stopped my hard work, then I'd lose a lot of what I'm about, really. Not much else. I don't work hard, I've gotten out.
Everybody says this at Villa, don't they?
Yeah.
But the defensive unit is phenomenal. I mean, losing Hugo Ekiog, if you'd have said that a year ago...
Well, we've always struggled when we've lost Hugo. Over the last 2 years, hasn't it? Every time he gets injured, we seem to be missing something, don't we? And yet, Alpi's come in and he's done really well, hasn't he? Mind, he's a Turk. He's an idiot, like, isn't he?
He's a funny lad, isn't he?
He's crackers, isn't he?
How are you getting on with all your teammates? Who's your friend at Villa?
Yes, first Ginola, he is good friend, but everybody friends, very good, very nice man. German, helps, very good man, Gregory, help coach, help, no, very good, everybody.
The lads have taken him really well in the dressing room, you know, the fans have as well, which is good because he's settled ever so quick. I think the fans take him because he runs up the crowd, doesn't he?
Which is guaranteed, isn't it? The whole team.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they love him, don't they? I think the lads have taken him very quickly as well. But he is a nice person as well, you know. He tries to get on there. He tries to speak the language English, you know. He tries to have a joke and a mess around. He's always at the front in training. And when we've got to do something, he doesn't understand what we're trying to do, you know. So he always messes it up.
Well, they try to call it. Somebody said it at the start. I think the gaffer said his name's Alfie. We all call him Alfie.
Yeah.
And he went. And he was walking around going, "Who's Alfie? Who is Alfie?
Who's Alfie? Why? Me.
My name is Alpay.
What does John Gregory call you?
My name is Alpay. John Gregory speak code name Alfie. Okay, no problem, Alfie.
Yeah, you like Alfie?
Yes, players friends, everybody Alfie, no problem.
Is it true he calls David James England's number 7 as well?
Yeah, he does. Right, he changes from. If James has a good game, he says England number 1. You know, if he makes some good saves, he says England's number 1 this week. Brilliant, you know. And then the other weeks he say England number 26.
It's your first game at Aston Villa, at Villa Park. Would you like to just say hello to all the Villa fans?
Yes, Villa Phils, hello. Guarantee every Villa game win.
Well, over a bank holiday weekend, the sunshine is finally with us as Aston Villa kick off, facing a Chelsea side in a change strip, all in yellow today. Here's Merson. That's some lovely work by Nillis. Alpay having problems with the bounce and with the arrival of Torre Andre Flo. Alpay feels he's got the ball, but this time the referee has stopped the game and given Chelsea their free kick.
Well, he said it was a pull on the referee. I saw him indicate to Alpay it was a little pull on the jersey, not for the tackle.
But Wise plays it very cleverly for Babayaro, and Dennis Wise puts his hands to his head in disappointment at Babayaro's delivery, because Aston Villa were caught out by the quality of Chelsea's free kick and the deception.
A real good chance.
Nellis trying to get across LeBeuf, and he's done that! Oh, fantastic goal! Luke Nellis, a flash of real quality. 1-0 Aston Villa.
Well, they may have waited 6 years for this goal, but it was well worth waiting for. This is so typical of forwards against defenders. Alan Wright again, look how high up the pitch he is, but watch Nellis. LeBeuf waits, Nellis does it. But what a volley. Flick up with the right foot, volley with the left. Luke Nellis announces himself to the Villa faithful. What a way to do it. But look at LeBeuf, he waits. Suddenly he knows that Nellis is onto it. Wonderful technique, absolutely brilliant.
Well, they could have had De Huey and Kudicini in the goal then, and Nellis would still have given Aston Villa the lead. Nellis. LeBeuf, a little baffled again by Luke Nellis. Oh. Cudicini having problems down by the post, also with the presence of Steve Stone.
I don't think he ever quite collected it. He didn't seem to. This certainly troubled the goalkeeper. Again, Nillis troubling Leboeuf, who, well, he has a couple of little hacks at Nillis without really making any contact. The left foot's on target yet again, but it just seemed to spill a bit from the goalkeeper.
And Poyet certainly tucked in behind Hasselbank and Flo at the moment.
That's definitely where he's going to play, or where they're trying to get him to play now, Matt.
So Babayaro will be asked to really get up and down, and he's got forward very well here. Poyet back for Wise. There's a touch along the way. Paul Durkin pointing for a corner.
Well, Gareth Southgate, one who lunged as the shot came in. Don't know if it was him or that it just flicked off, but as the ball comes in, I wonder if Flo's right behind Poyet and didn't call, didn't shout to him. It was Southgate that got the block in.
Kasai! David James came, but certainly didn't conquer. And Chelsea are level.
But watch Flo. Watch Flo. Watch the block he almost does on him. He can't get round Tore-André Flo. He provides a brilliant shield for Desailly.
It's nimble work by Luke Nillis again. That's lovely play from the Belgian international, who is telling the Villa Park fans what he's all about.
Well, he twists and turns. The only disappointment at the end of all this that he didn't get a cross in. Shapes the cross and ducks back in, then he goes again now. Had he delivered, he might well have put under pressure. Dennis Wise very quick to close him down.
Chance for Villa to get back in front right on half-time. Clearance by Panucci. 3 extra minutes. Leboeuf. Morris. Flo. Boateng closest to him for Aston Villa. Hendry trying to lend some support as well. Chelsea getting numbers in support of Tore-André Flo, and more will come forward. A corner, we do feel, does represent a good chance for them. Flo.
You're right, there's been a more directness at times to the game. I don't think they would have played quite like this had Zola been selected, Martin. No doubt about that. But with Flo up there, with Hasselbank
Nillis is in behind Frank Leboeuf. Merson arriving. Nillis tries to get a second to his own name.
Well, let's see Leboeuf once again. When he makes a mistake, Frank Leboeuf, he's great again over and pleading for a free kick. You know, if you're trying to nick it, you've got to be sure. I don't know what he's trying to do there. It's not great defending. Desailly, he does brilliantly for me.
Lovely work from Merson. The only ball on for him really was to the left towards Nillis. Might still come to the Belgian. And Luke Nillis has earned Aston Villa a corner.
Well, Desailly doesn't agree.
Always look for Dion Dublin's positioning at these Villa corners. Oh, and it was over Dublin, and Alpay has brought that dimension to his play here in England.
He's always the ball at the far post. Always under pressure, that's the only thing. But he gets up pretty well. Wise on the post. I think this is on target. And you see Dennis Wise probably nods it away. Watches it go wide.
Yeah, an easy day for Gareth Southgate. A lot of talk about him in the build-up to this match. Given his links with Chelsea as far as the transfer market is concerned. Oh, Lee Hendry gets a foot to it. Kept out by Cudicini acrobatically.
Oh, what a save. There hasn't been a save really in the match to talk about, but that really was top draw. I just thought again, Frank Leboeuf really for me, Martin. He almost said to Desailly, deal with a really horrible ball over your shoulder instead of getting round behind him and helping him. He almost just steps away. And both were instinctive, the shot and the save.
Poyet. Good Johnson. Morris. Di Matteo! Well, there's some revenge maybe from Wembley in May.
Well, Di Matteo smashed it past him for him a lot closer. But this is a good save. It's right above him, all right. He has to hit it quickly. Pure instinct there. The left hand goes up. It's strong. It had to be. Enough to push it over.
So you're competitive in all things?
I think it's nature, isn't it, really? I think all sports people are. It stems from my granddad. He still won't let us win anything. He used to beat us when I was about 3-year-old at everything, you know. He just wouldn't let his little grandson win, you know.
Do you think that's a bit...
I think that's...
a bit bad in a way?
No, I think that's not a bad idea, actually. It just brings you up to be like that, you know. To be very ruthless in everything you do, you know.
But when I
went in off, so you can have it.
Yeah, I know, I love that. Yeah, I was going to say, but when I was caning you just before, I mean, you weren't getting angry about it.
No, because you know it was my first game, so I was letting you off. You know, I wasn't playing properly. I must admit. You know, I just started. I was warming up, and you'll see this one.
Just practicing, like.
You'll get thrashed this time. Every chance.
Not if you keep giving me 4, mate.
I'll be keeping you 4 for break, I won't, will I?
Villa keeper David James received a tremendous welcome from his old Liverpool fans in the next game at Anfield. A brilliant Michael Owen performance meant, however, that Villa were never really allowed to get into the game. Trailing by 3-0 for the biggest part of the night, Dion Dublin eventually set up a neat little pass for Steve Stone to score past Westerveld in the dying minutes.
A lot of the players said their best performance was against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Where you lost.
I think it was just the first half an hour, really, wasn't it? I would just give 3 sloppy goals away, actually, before that win the game. And, I mean, once you go 3-0 down against Liverpool, like, that's it. It's nearly all over. We didn't get well, I got a consolation goal something about the 83rd minute. If we could have got one just after half-time, we might have had a chance, you know, but like usual, we're just not scoring enough goals all round at the minute, you know.
An important win next against Ipswich at Portman Road. The result, however, was overshadowed by the horrific injury sustained by Luke Nillis in the opening minutes of the match.
And Wright hesitated, but it's Nillis who's in trouble. It's the Belgian striker who's down following that collision with the Ipswich Town goalkeeper. Both players had their eye firmly on the ball then. Villa ready to make their switch. It's a straight swap really, with Vassell coming on for Nillis. Forward by Magilton. Good running by Scowcroft. That was a good effort by James Scowcroft. He just had a yard, and it was almost enough there for James Scowcroft. Let's just calm it down, he says. Boateng. Here's Clapham. Ball just ran behind Magilton. Villa with plenty forward here. And Hendry is unmarked. And what a fantastic goal by Lee Hendry. A goal from absolutely nothing, but what a goal by Lee Hendry. He's never scored many goals for Aston Villa, but he's got plenty of promise. And that was an outstanding finish. Richard Wright was absolutely helpless there. Dublin, then Vassell creating the opening for Hendry. Beautiful finish. There's Venus. Miscue clearance by Barry. Vilnius now for Ipswich. Still with Vilnius. Great work by Vilnius. And a chance for Johnson. Surely now Ipswich can somehow try and test David James, the goalkeeper, but it was Barry who made the clearance from just in front of him. And there David James had to react very smartly indeed to recover. It was a good save by the Aston Villa goalkeeper there. Alan Wright it was who suddenly slipped as he cut inside. Vilnius was able to get his foot around the ball. James at the second attempt made the save. Cut out by Barry. Vassell this time is away from Bramble. Dublin now arriving inside the Ipswich penalty area, and almost inevitably Titus Bramble is able to get a foot to the ball. Merson across to take the corner for Aston Villa. And Villa have got their second goal. It's Dion Dublin. Sweeping corner from Paul Merson. There was a lot of pace on the ball as it was drilled inside the Ipswich 6-yard area.
And Dion Dublin claims his first goal of the season. It couldn't have been easier. So difficult to defend against. There was some pushing going on inside the 6-yard area as well. But it was Dublin with the angled header. He wasn't picked up, and that's 2-0 to Aston Villa. Ginola now for Villa. Surge of pace from David Ginola. That will be a goal kick. Well, he's not quite 100% fit, but he does have the ability to turn the game very, very quickly. Just a surge of pace there to take him beyond Roycer, who was unprepared to make a challenge. Clapham. Chance for Clapham. That was a good save by David James. Into the final minute of normal time at the end of 90 minutes. Scowcroft with a header on. Here's Stewart! Ipswich are off the mark, but has it come too late?
Really, all that concerns us all now is that he is just able to walk again. I mean, the football thing is, we've just totally forgotten about that. And I can't honestly see Luke ever playing professional football again, such as the seriousness of his injury at the moment. So we just wish him and Patsy and the children well. And we've seen him from time to time, and he's still suffering. Still suffering sleep-wise. He can't get to sleep at nights, and he has an hour or two and wakes up in pain. So our thoughts are with him, and we just hope, as I said, he can just lead a normal life as possible.
The 16th meeting between Villa and Bradford at Villa Park, and Villa held a distinctive edge in the series with 10 wins to the Bantams 3. The eyes of both camps were turned on Italian striker Benito Carbone to see how he reacted to playing against his former side.
And we're underway at Valley Parade. Stuart McCall out to the left-hand side. The manager John Gregory on with paper and pen. They're not using them just yet. Corner for Aston Villa. Paul Merson to take this one. In it goes. It's a high hanging ball towards the back post. The header comes in and it's cleared away behind for another corner. And Peter Atherton is the man who scooped the ball away. So Bradford still with some defending to do here. Plenty of white shirts have come back. As Paul Merson makes his way across to the opposite side this time for another corner. And it goes from Merson. It's another high one towards the back post this time. Ginola's there. Bradford should get this ball away, but they don't. And it's collected here and stood inside the box. And this is a real chance, and it's a fantastic finish for Aston Villa. And it's Gareth Southgate. Super strike that. The keeper had no chance of stopping it. He drilled it past the keeper, Matt Clark. He stands bewildered. Southgate overjoyed. Lee Hendry brings the ball down here. Superb pass through. And Gareth Southgate hammers it home with his left foot. Have it. Carbone looking for a colleague, couldn't find one. And now Villa on the counter-attack with Ginola. This is his first home start for the Frenchman as he curls the ball inside the box. That was alert. David James. A decent throw over halfway. Will Ginola get here? He does, he beats Atherton. He could be in round the back here, David Ginola. He's done ever so well, shapes to shoot, good save from Matt Clark. Pushed the shot out from Ginola. Those silky skills of his doing the damage. Here's Steve Stone. Lee Hendry. Merson. Stone again, knocks it over the top, and Hendry's continued the run, trying to stub it past the keeper. Might do here. It's swept wide. Good effort. Here's Gareth Barry. It's a great ball through the left-hand side. It's a great ball inside the box. And Dublin just pushes the shot wide. Take a deflection on the way out, though. That's the question. Looks like it may have come off McCall's toe end. As Merson breaks through inside the penalty area. Good chance this. Good save from Clark once again. Good running from Paul Merson. Decent effort. Jochin trying to get onto this ball, and he's done well as well to bring it under control. It's an awkward one to deal with. This is right. For Jochin again. Trying to beat his man. Is he bundled down to the deck there? That's a penalty to Aston Villa. Jochin was causing problems. Bradford couldn't deal with it. The Bradford players protesting. And it's David Weatherall who brought Jochin down. And still the Bradford players protest. Meanwhile, Dion Dublin has got the ball under his arm and makes his way to the penalty spot. Dion Dublin waiting patiently. Wayne Jacobs gets himself into a bit of trouble with the referee here. Yellow card for him. We might now finally see a penalty for Aston Villa. Dion Dublin to face Matt Clark. He'll come out on top in this particular battle. It's Dion Dublin because he smashed it into the top corner like a bullet. And Villa surely on course to take all 3 points now. Calm as you like from Dion Dublin, and smashes the ball home. No doubt what he was going to do. Matt Clark given no chance. Villa have it, and this is right. Gareth Barry sends his ball long, and racing through on the left-hand side is Paul Merson, who's playing like a man inspired at the moment. Merson with the outside of the boot, no one there on the end of it. Great play from Paul Merson. Great run. Delightful cross. Here's Barry once again for Villa. Guides it back to David James, who nearly made a real hash of that. It was charged down by Ashley Ward. Big broad smile though from the Villa keeper. His ball through the middle may well be collected by Merson here. A bit of a contest on the edge of the box, and he's trying to lob the keeper, Matt Clark, who managed to get there. Merson looking threatening every time he comes forward. He got the better of Peter Allerton, and Matt Clark couldn't keep it in.
Who are the real characters then in the side? I mean, I know you said Alpay's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, James never shuts up. He has about 25 cups of coffee a day, you know, just to keep him going. He's hyperactive all the time, but that's the way he plays in goal, you know. He's racing out from his edge of his box, and he loves to be involved, and that's it. We're a bit of a sad bunch, really. No, Tails is a good lad. Tails is a character, you know. Yeah. But he's someone who's been there a long time now, you know. I mean, another one that the fans have taken to him because he's a supposed Hull tender, which I don't believe for 1 minute, like.
Yeah, do you mean he's a Blues fan?
Probably is. He's a Blue Nose, and a bit like that Tom Ross, and he's a Blue fan.
He's a lot like Tom Ross.
Is he?
If you look at the skipper Gareth Southgate, I mean, it started off as a bit of a weird beginning to the season, didn't it? Because it looked like Gareth was going to go.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I don't know, but I don't suppose a lot of the lads were looking forward to seeing the back of Gareth Southgate.
No, they weren't. I mean, he's somebody the lads have a lot of respect for. You know, he goes around doing the right things, and he leads by example on the pitch as well. You know, he doesn't need to shout and ball, which he does a lot, and he doesn't need to do that. It's the way of his performances every week. You know, I mean, he's been the most consistent player here since I've been here. Anyway, in the 18 months I've been here, he's been outstanding. You know.
Ginola. Pitch it through inside the penalty area. Good chance here as it comes across. And one Villa player could get a touch on that. Boateng released inside the area and drags it across the face of the 6-yard area. No one could get a touch and steer it home. Here's Barry. Ginola turns away from his man nicely. Ginola making good strides here. Dribbled his way all the way inside the box, and he's very unfortunate as well, because that run deserved a goal. Curtis Fleming left stranded. And a shot from Ginola into the side netting. Villa with a free kick here. Paul Ince and Alan Boksic, the two men over it. It's going to be Boksic to strike it. Good attempt. Merson jabs it to the far side. Barry keeps it in play. Now he surges forward. Can Villa create something here as Barry lets rip? Right for Villa. Dublin manages to find Ginola. The trickery from him. In a fashion an opening. Cross is deflected on the way. It's going to be a Villa corner kick. Taylor striding into the penalty area. Guess who the boos are for? And it comes from Merson. Alpay's there. That's agonisingly wide. Well, the Turkish defender rose well for it. Sweet delivery from Merson. They went for the right option. Barry sends it long down that left-hand side. Merson onto it. Needs support though. Oh, knocking the ball around rather sweetly here. This is Alpay. Stone. Walk away past his man. He has found a way past as well, and the header coming in from Ian Taylor is saved and scrambled away. The Borough free kick then, which Villa have to defend here. Chipped inside the box, and Boksic is there. So too is David James. Villa breaking forward here with Hendry. Clarkson inside the box towards Joachim. It's going to come through to him. Barry lost it high and long towards Dublin, who gets a good header on, but Walsh puts down well. Borough trying to probe forward here. Dealt with by Alpe at the back, recovering from him is Merson. Likes his ball way down the far side. Joachim giving chase. Dealt with by Villa. Bit of a hash from Gary Walsh, and Joachim might be in here. He is in here. Awful mistake from Middlesbrough, and Joachim says thank you very much. Villa have the lead. Awful clearance from Gary Walsh. Dublin reacts quickly, and Joachim sweeps the ball home. Corner for Borough, which Stamp will take. Goes all the way across and then comes back in. James has come for it, and he hasn't got it yet. And it's cleared off the line by Aston Villa. Heart in the mouth stuff there. Here's Joachim. Merson going to burst his way through. He's done ever so well. He's done really well. Oh, that's a great save from Gary Walsh just to tip it round. It's past three Middlesbrough players. Goes to the top corner. Steve Stone. Now Joachim trying to break full for Aston Villa. He's done well. He slides it through for Dublin, and there's Walsh again. Marinelli lost his ball forward. Clearance only half cleared, and the shot coming in from here to the box is a good one. And forces David James into a good save. Somerville it was. Gets hold of it here. Marinelli does well to keep the ball in. And finds Paul Ince, who goes towards the back post, and there's Alpe who turns it in. Own goal. And Aston Villa, after looking like taking all 3 points, they're just going to take the one from the Riverside.
I was pleased with the Derby performance and the way that we scored 4 goals. That was really pleasing, you know. I mean, they weren't the greatest team on the day. They didn't put up much of a fight, but to score 4 goals was really pleasing because everybody being criticised and the lack of goals in it, you know.
Paul Merson produced another inspired performance and claimed his 100th league goal.
Villa equal to it and scooped away at the back. Might break for Ginola on this near side, doing well to try and get towards the byline. It's a good stop at the near post by Mark Poon. Ginola testing the keeper early on. And Poon did well. Alan Wright. Alan Wright again gets it back. Lee Hendry takes over here. Flights on inside the box towards Dublin. Just couldn't get there. Sweet cross from Hendry. Derby have a corner. Seth Johnson will take this one. In it goes, and it's off the crossbar. Villa escape momentarily anyway, because the danger not cleared yet, and James comes to the rescue in the end. The referee had blown his whistle anyway. It was Bragstad who smacked the crossbar. Here's Wright for Aston Villa. For Hendry. And they feed it through. Derby backline stands firm. Here's Barry under a bit of pressure. Ball not long. Hendry. This is Southgate. Steve Stone has a bit of space here to work with, and Merson tries to latch his right boot onto it. Just rolled off his boot in the end. Stone gets it once more. Merson, that's a great incisive through ball, and Joachim could be in here for Aston Villa! He is, and he scores, and it caps off a lovely move from Aston Villa. Merson's pass was glorious, and Joachim, lovely finish across the goalkeeper. Derby with a corner kick here. Seth Johnson, the man over it. And it goes. And it's towards the back post, and it's just off the top of the net. Johnson's delivery caused problems. Villa can regroup here. The ball back with David James. Hammers it forward towards Dublin. He's beaten in the air though. Taken down by Johnson, who loses out, and Taylor plays it to the far side, and up from the back is Stone, knocks it off towards Merson, trying to make his way around the back, couldn't find a way through. They don't have a corner. Merson prepares to take this corner for Aston Villa. Not the best of corners, but Derby struggling with it nonetheless. And here's Hendry. Merson in space, outside of the boot, decent looking cross, and Poom wasn't alert, and it goes in from Paul Merson. And it's his 100th league goal. Not a bad effort either. But the question mark hangs over Mark Poom in the Derby goal, and the Derby back line too, to be fair. Wilson collects it, hits it swiftly enough, goes over everybody. Merson onto the ball here. Stone, he finds Joachim. That's a dangerous looking ball, evades everybody, and here's Alan Wright. Oh, what a goal that is! 3-0 to Aston Villa. Alan Wright popping up on the left and hammering that one home. Joachim's ball beat everybody. Alan Wright struck that with some venom. Alpe trying to head it back to David James, but he's put his team under pressure. Tries to recover the situation. And does. At the expense of a corner. Sturridge threatened to get away. Villa having to defend a corner kick from Derby County. Burley it is to deliver it. And there's Riggott! And Derby pull a goal back. The youngster did well, leapt high, and planted his header firmly past David James. But Derby still with a lot of work to do. Really delivered it. That's a good header. And Derby trying to break down the far side again. And this is Sturridge, chance for 3-2, side netting. Good run from Sturridge, nicked it past two Villa players. Ferocious drive. Here's Wright. Finds Jochin. He's done ever so well here. The danger's on. Still with Jochin! Superb! Absolutely superb! His second of the game, Villa's fourth, and 3 points in the bag surely now. Complete with a piggyback ride as well, thrown in for good measure. Does ever so well, and slides it past Mark Poom. Great goal.
And of course, with all the building going on at Villa Park, it was in the porter cabins, which it was like playing away from home every week. It really was. It was a weird feeling for us because regardless of what you say, when you play at home, you've got all your, it's like being in your own home, you've got all your own comforts around you, and a little bit of extra room as well compared to what you get, the opposition get. At Villa Park we've always had a big dressing room, big bathroom, big bath, and a jacuzzi and everything, and just so much space that you just totally relax before games, and you get in a ritual of being surrounded by your own things, and that was very much the case with us, certainly during the time I've been here. And then suddenly you're thrust into this little porter cabin, and I can remember one day the lads had just gone out for a warm-up, and Jim Paul, he's very light-fingered, as you know. Jim go lightly Paul. He just leant on the coat hanger in the dressing room, and the whole bloody thing came down. They had all the lads' clothes on it, and he just very nonchalantly just leant up to start talking, and leant on this thing, and the whole rack come off the wall. And I just, you know, this is when it was just starting to get to us, you know, the frustration of being stuck in this porter cabin. But, you know, we know that we were only going to have to put up with it for a few weeks. And the guys come in actually and fixed all this coat peg, all these pegs, this big row of pegs. The groundsman fixed it all before the lads come back in. Because I thought, you know, the one thing I don't want them to see it, because they'll start moaning because this ain't right and that ain't right. And lo and behold, Dion did it the following week.
They want to point the finger at him. Oh, dear.
Well, he did. He went. Evidently, one of the lads said he just hung his wallet up, and the whole lot come down, you know, on top of him. So it happened in front of all the lads a week later.
Villa's second defeat of the season came against Arsenal, as Thierry Henry produced this 61st minute wonder strike to claim all 3 points for the Gunners. 2 days before the next home game against Sunderland, Hugo Ekiog joined Middlesbrough for a fee of around £8 million. And Villa signed Belgian striker Gilles de Bilder on a 2-month loan from Sheffield Wednesday.
Merson. Hendry. Meakin gets a foot in. Merson doing the same for Villa. Then Hendry's head. Joachim. Fed by Hendry. Merson. It's certainly worth a hit with the ability that Paul Merson has. Swindled away by Ray for Sunderland, taken on by the long striding Kilban. Quinn making a run, and Arca's in there as well. Phillips. Still Phillips.
Looking for goal, isn't he?
Oh, and case of goalkeeper and centre-back getting a bit too close to each other. Craddock was the defender involved.
Well, when they get close, this is what happens. We talk about it time and time again.
Well, Arca was a little over-ambitious, and that might let Villa in.
Jeremy, that's an awful choice. Dion Dublin is absolutely furious. He cannot believe he was ignored.
Taylor able to get it down and pick out a teammate as well in Joachim. Merson. Hendry. It was set up for the shot. The first touch just took him a yard or two to his right when he didn't need that. Merson. The extra edge of anticipation that comes from the Villa fans when he's in possession. Reasonably well forward. Alpine. Joachim. Hendry. Touched over by Sorensen.
Oh, it's comfortable in the end, isn't it? Straight at the goalkeeper. They work it well, Aston Villa. Doesn't quite get it out his feet. You can see how he struggled to dig that out.
Kilban. It's a great break at the start of the second half, and the sort of thrust that the first half was rather lacking, almost producing the opening goal here. Good stop by David James.
Well, he hits it early, but did he have to? That's the question. As Gareth Southgate comes over, he probably did. He had no more time. He'd like to have gone in a little closer, or possibly gone across. Gareth Southgate.
Merson. Barry well forward. Got going in the second half, Aston Villa. Dublin, that's what he can do. First time finishing from crosses, whether with the foot or the head.
He is unbelievable, Dion Dublin. I've seen him score so many amazing goals with only one touch. There wasn't another thought in his mind there. Look at the difficulty in that. Outside of the right foot, most people would have been using the left, and he's so close.
Defending there by Stone.
And a good play all round. We talked about Kilban earlier, Matt, not being able to get the ball square across goal. When they looked for the diagonal, Quinn did exactly that there. Did his job, but really good defending.
Merson, Joachim, the game's starting to open up here. Joachim, who very nearly opened Sunderland up, totally. Phillips, the ball up to Kevin Phillips from Emerson Top. Gray. Oh, and it's down for Quinn.
No, that's not like Quinn. It's like him to pull it down, to watch the defender go up, know that he's going to miss it, Martin, but not go in and challenge, so he backs away. Now, what's unusual is it gets away from him just slightly. Normally, Niall Quinn would have controlled that and almost hit it in one. But he's on the stretch, you can see as he makes contact with it.
Ray. Kevin Phillips. Oh, against the bar. In goes Phillips again. Quinn's there.
awareness here. Look at the way he watches it, then pulls it out the air because he knows he can't get the strike in. Look at that. You think he's going to volley it. So does Alpay. No, his touch is exquisite.
Then, of course, we played Charlton at home, and it rained, as you well know, that day, literally from first light. And everyone got absolutely soaked, and the water was teeming down off the roof, through the holes in the roof. It was just. It
was the week of the floods, I think, wasn't it?
It was congregating up on the stand, and then all of a sudden it had just come through, and it was great, Harris, because we come out for the start of the second half, and Harry's walking. Obviously, as we come out, the game's already started again, and we're walking up to the dugouts to take the place. Well, I was up in the stand watching, and Harry's walking along the touchline, and he stops and he's just watching something going on the pitch, and the rest of the coaching staff have carried on walking, and Harry just shouts across the pitch to say something, and he just went to say it, and this, you can imagine, like about 2 ton of water just dropped out of the roof on top of him and just totally drenched him. Come out of one of them holes, you know, just at the top of the stand there where the drains, or the drain pipes have not been put in or whatever it is, and it just and he was just spitting water out because he wears glasses as well, you know. I mean, it's just everywhere. But that was. I mean, the fans were like that day against Charlton. I mean, no matter what part of the ground you're in, even when you thought you were under comparative cover, you know, under the new stand, they were getting soaked. But that was one of the games that we managed to scratch out a win, and so we were sitting fairly happily in that top 5 with still that game in hand, and still with the same squad, you know.
Paul Merson gave another virtuoso performance which inspired Aston Villa to head back in the right direction at the expense of Charlton.
Here's Merson. Being pressurised by Kinsella. Merson tries to drive in the cross. Kinsella did well. Charlton struggling to get this ball away. Alan Wright will get it on this near side. Barry. Joachim, who lets it run for Dublin, and Barry comes back through again. Chance to shoot. Does go for the shot. It's deflected out for a corner kick, I think. Nice dummy from Joachim. And Dublin. Just a soft layoff. Here's Alpay. Merson takes over. Now Bote on the surge for Aston Villa. Let's fly from distance. Decent run. Charlton man got in the way. Here's Wright. This is Joachim. Going to skip his way through. He's done well here, Julian Joachim. Dean Kiley watched it come. Mesmerised the Charlton defence somewhat there. Stone gets the ball away. Stone continues on the run. And plays the ball forward. That's an awful clearance. And that's going to be a Villa ball. Steve Stone with the Aston Villa throw. Stone gets it back. Chance to cross here perhaps with his left foot. He does cross it. Taylor's there! 1-0 Aston Villa. Salutes the crowd. Just glanced it past Kiley. That's right, it did come off his head. Stone's cross. Good header from Taylor. Alan Wright. Joachim sprinting down the left. Only a white shirt's back though. Joachim runs into trouble, but Wright's there to help him out, and in it comes from Merson. Merson got there first. It's a good play from Alan Wright because the chance looked to be over. Joachim ran into a bit of trouble here. But Wright was on hand to put in the cross, and Merson with a downward header. Stone. Come through towards Joachim. Can he fashion something here? Tries the shot. Easy enough for Dean Kiley. Villa keeping the pressure on. Charlton trying to bury the way towards the edge of the Aston Villa penalty area. And that's going to be a free kick in a very dangerous position. Johansson was brought down. Free kick for Charlton. And it's killed over the wall and over the bar. Klaus Jensen. With a tussle. Still it goes on. Boateng trying to bring Villa out. The ball breaks for Paul Merson. Cantering forward, tries from distance, narrowly wide. Wants a corner as well. Don't think he's going to get one. Charlton building on the far side. Johansson delivers a low cross and it's turned into his own net by Dion Dublin. Maybe this game's not over yet as far as Charlton are concerned. And it's fallen inside the box here. This is a real chance. And the Villa back line just did enough. Probably James not happy though. Stewart supplying the cross. And the finish, not the best. On the far side with Alan Wright, if you can see him for the rain. Charlton get the ball away. Boateng knocks it back forward. Here's Merson from distance. Carried away by Dean Kiley.
Due to injury, David Ginola's appearances have been few and far between, and so the fans have looked to Paul Merson, who, during this early part of the season, is producing his best form in many years.
I had to make sure I come back even fitter than ever, and I was never assured of a first-team place, so which was probably the first time in my career I've never had that. So it was nice to work hard for it. I never really had a summer off. I worked every day during the summer, and I worked hard to make sure that there was a place in the team for me.
Taking all the set pieces and getting onto the score sheet, Paul gives a good impression of Roy at the Rovers. However, it has alerted his manager to the team's over-reliance on his genius.
They expect so much from Paul every game, and to a certain degree I've begun to expect so much from him, and we're asking an enormous amount from him every week to basically go out and win us matches, or certainly just be the one and only creative player on the pitch.
Following a disappointing exit from the Worthington Cup at the hands of Manchester City, Villa bounced back by taking 3 points from their next league game, away at Goodison Park.
And they're well forward here with Gareth Barry. So spun back away the teenager. To build up.
The Villa fans below us, way to our left, thought it was in, Martin. That was the noise. He's very, very close. This was a lovely break from Aston Villa. The builder does enough shapes to shoot, pulls it onto his right side. But it was a pretty good break.
Where? Good stop by David James. First real save that either goalkeepers had to make. Pembridge for Everton. Kept out
What a save
by James from Naismith, and Stone was the defender.
Oh, what a save this is, Mark. This is absolutely stunning from David James. Pure reaction, great head from Naismith. It's almost beyond the goalkeeper. How on earth he keeps this out? Well, I'm not so sure.
Merson. Oh, it's dipping! Oh, Paul Merson has pulled the rabbit out of the hat. And may well have done the trick for Aston Villa.
What a magnificent piece of improvisation that was. Absolutely nothing on for Merson. He looks up, sees him just off his line. This has to be inch perfect. This has to just scrape almost the underside of the bar. It does all of that. What an end to this match.
Climbing to 5th place in the Premiership after the victory at Everton may at last have given the fans something to smile about, as Villa build towards Gregory's ambition of a place in Europe.
You have to want to win, and you have to want to win trophies, win cups, win the league, and just to aim for finishing 3rd or 4th isn't really good enough. So I think the supporters are right to try and expect us to challenge.
You know, at the end of the day, if you make the Champions League, it doesn't say, oh, they were entertaining. You know, I won 2 championships at Arsenal, being very, very cagey and winning 1-0 every week. And it says on the medals, winners only. It doesn't say they were boring.
I think the victory at Everton on Sunday really epitomised what's good about Villa. You know, we're hard-working, hard-to-beat side that all play very hard for each other. And occasionally we get the odd bit of genius from Merson, as we got on Sunday, that won us the game. So in pretty good shape, but still a little bit light in numbers, really.
With a very poor away record this season, Tottenham Hotspur came to Villa Park desperate to achieve some parity between their home and away form. David Ginola told us before the game what a Villa victory against his former side would mean to him.
Obviously, it's my previous club, so it's important to do well always against your previous club, but it's not really a big thing. Obviously, I will see the shirt, I will see the fans, and I had so many good thoughts in my mind about the previous three years and a half that it was fantastic. So it would be nice to see them and to shake hands, and but plenty of love.
Merson. There was a touch from Sullivan. And it's just a reflection of the kind of form that Paul Merson is in. Alan Wright. Nice touch from Dublin to find Wright again. And again from Young's clearance, Dublin now. And Boateng manages to find Taylor with a little bit of fortune helping the ball on its way. Alpay to Stone. Merson on the right now for Aston Villa. And Steve Stone has some space here. He's gone in behind Stephen Clements. Dublin's header. Good football by Aston Villa. Steve Stone in the right wing-back position and getting in behind the Tottenham defence on the right-hand side, as a wing-back should always try to do, and it was a good cross from Stone. And Dublin's header wasn't too far off target. Sherwood can't dispossess him. Gareth Barry. Dublin, good flick. Offside flag's gone up. Wouldn't have counted anyway, but an impressive touch from Dion Dublin, and Steve Stone has started this game very brightly, though he was just offside there. Luke Young got a boot in, but Joachim still has it. And will wriggle through. Julian Joachim to the byline. A chance for Dublin. And Vega hurled himself into the path of Dublin's shot. Clements again. Thatcher. The stretch was worth it. Oh, Terry's mistake. And Vega will just beat Dublin to it, I think. Well, Sullivan got the first touch. Vega's clearance. But Tottenham Almost the orchestrators of their own downfall there. Clements. And Anderton. Carr. Rebrov back to the fullback. Ben Thatcher's in the middle. Here's Rebrov. Nicely. Darren Anderton. James save at the second attempt. Spurs' best moment of the game by a big margin. And Stephen Carr involved with some positive thinking down the right-hand side. Well struck by Darren Anderton. Vega's header. Ferdinand to Rebrov. He's kicked. Dublin. Mounting up now, Ramon Vega's fouls on Dion Dublin. It's Merson to Joachim. Alan Wright. Good header by Ian Taylor. Aston Villa take a deserved lead. Almost out of nothing, really. Taylor's header had more direction than it did pace. But at a time where they're at a one-man disadvantage with Gareth Southgate still receiving treatment, Aston Villa take the lead. Gareth Barry at the back for Aston Villa. It's a good ball. Merson taking on Clements. Merson back to his feet. There was no foul. It's Alan Wright. It's Dion Dublin. And it's Neil Sullivan with the save. Again, good football by Villa. Stone. Almost wriggled between Thatcher's legs. He still might get outside him. Well turned Steve Stone. And Dublin at the near post was tracked all the way by Ramon Vega, but a great testament to Steve Stone's determination to get that cross in, and he deserved a round of applause from Dion Dublin. George Boateng thought he was going to get an extra 10 yards from Barry Knight. He still thinks he might. The referee is having none of it, though he has made the Tottenham wall edge back a good foot and a half. They obviously feel that this is within Merson's territory, and on current form I'd say that the Tottenham wall is absolutely right. Merson hit Vega. Stone just couldn't keep the ball in his feet. Still might squeeze across in if he can turn back towards the penalty area. And he can. That's a shame for Steve Stone, who's been a real live wire this afternoon. Caused Tottenham a lot of problems. And that just sums up his day. He's been terrific first half. Lots of purpose about Merson here. His body language says he's interested. Boateng. Beautifully done. Merson! Good save by Sullivan. It looked for all the world like Paul Merson was going to rocket that into the roof of the Tottenham net. After really good work by Boateng. Joachim, well turned. And almost wriggled through. That is a free kick against Chris Perry. And Paul Merson will stride forward with some purpose to take charge of this situation too. Though the way that Paul Merson is standing over the ball now, and the way that George Boateng is running back, it would look like it might be a Boateng shot. Alan Wright is there as well. How strong's the Tottenham wall? Boateng looks like he's going to try and find out. It's right! It's spilled by Sullivan and Vega clears. Joachim chasing and getting there, away from Young. Vega, but Joachim still picks out Steve Stone. Dublin waiting, oh, and Perry has missed his own goal by a matter of inches. Excellent cross from Stone, and Perry's volley was not too far wide of that post. Stephen Carr is an opportunity. And an outlet down the right-hand side. Armstrong. Rebrov in the middle too. Gareth Barry did well. And sets up Merson. Now, Joachim to the right, Dublin to the left. Merson chooses Joachim. Vega and Young covering. Oh, Joachim's done really well too in the middle to aim for. Dublin was not far away, and that attack had real promise from the moment it was launched. Joachim with the cross, and Dion Dublin just couldn't get over it enough. Julian Joachim to Dublin, might go back to Joachim here though. Taylor's an option. Ian Taylor! That's two for Ian Taylor! Dion Dublin is having a good afternoon for Aston Villa, and that little back heel has just set up Ian Taylor with a reasonably comfortable opportunity, and Aston Villa just might have put this game beyond Tottenham's reach. Excellent football, and Taylor just had to steer it beyond Neil Sullivan. But Dion Dublin's quick thinking on the edge of the penalty area was really the crucial element in that Aston Villa goal. Here's Ginola. Here's Merson. Oh, poor Merson. Well, it came off at Goodison Park, and it wasn't too far away from coming off at Villa Park. Ginola to Merson. There's a dream team.
Playing here is always an advantage. The stadium itself, I always think it's very daunting for opposing teams. Just coming into Villa Park, now with the new dressing rooms, it's got this aura now about it of, this is a big place, it's a big club, it's a big pitch. Stands look well, the stadium looks well. And when them fans make that noise as well, because as you remember the Tottenham game, we kicked towards the whole end first half. And I think it frightened poor old Neil Sullivan in the Tottenham goal to death when he first heard the whole end behind him.
When you got that behind you and make it.
Well, it does make a bit of a row. It used to have the same effect on Michael Oakes when Michael Oakes played in front of it, and he was in the home team. You know, he used to find it very daunting in front of the whole end because you know they're very quick to let you know if you should have come for a cross or not. You know, and I think the fans have been great in that respect. So. I just want more of the same. To I mean, they've been very loyal. Fans are very loyal, and Villa fans are very loyal indeed because they've not had too much to shout about for best part of 18 years now, of any serious consequence anyway. So we can see that Champions League spot as being an achievable target, and hopefully with their help and. Financial help from above and getting the best players to come to the club. I personally think we can get there. Once you get there, you need to stay there.